Ooh! I got a Tesla Model S for my Tesla Model 3. 2 weeks ago, I posted a video on what you can expect from Tesla mobile service if you ever needed service on your Tesla. Well, it was time that I needed service for a faulty seat sensor, rattle coming out of my speakers, and also to rotate my tires. I'll link the video up top so you can go check out how Tesla mobile service works. The summary of the video is that 1 out of 3 of my service needs were fulfilled and the rest needed to be done. The service technician did say that it could be done with Tesla mobile service, but it would be easier on him if he could take it to his workshop. He needed to take the whole driver's seat out for the faulty seat sensor, for which he needed more space and it would be more convenient. And it would be easier to do the tire rotations when they can lift the whole Tesla up at the workshop instead of doing it 1 or 2 tires or one side at a time. So the day came for servicing my Tesla, and I got this Tesla Model S P90D for my Tesla Model 3. I've gotten a lot of questions in the past on whether to get a used Tesla Model S or get a brand new Tesla Model 3. In this video, I'll do a full review on the 2017 Tesla Model S P90D, and you guys can decide for yourself on which Tesla you should get. Tesla still doesn't have an official service center in Winnipeg yet. Although we can speculate that a Tesla service center may be available by the end of this year in Winnipeg, considering that Saskatoon would be getting their first official Tesla service center in a couple of months. Until then, Tesla mobile service rents out shared space where they can work on Teslas in Winnipeg. When you get to the location, you can see the Tesla mobile service van parked out and also 3 Tesla Model S P90Ds. When you drop your car off at the workshop, you'll be getting a loaner Tesla Model S P90D to drive around in. Now, this has been seen in multiple videos where Tesla gives you a better car than what you actually drive, or a different car if you drive a Tesla Model S when you drop off your Tesla. This is genius for Tesla because it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. You get a loaner car so that you don't face any inconvenience. At the same time, you get to try out a different model of the Tesla, which might incentivize you in buying that particular Tesla in the future. We'll start by covering the interior and the exterior of the Tesla Model S, and then later we can go for a drive and try out the notoriously famous ludicrous mode. We'll start off at the front with the frunk. So you can see that it's quite the same with the Tesla Model 3. It just looks like it's a little bit deeper than the Tesla Model 3, and everything else looks the same. The washer fluid also is on the right side like the Tesla Model 3, and there's nothing you can't see anything other than the washer fluid that you need to maintain, and that looks like the only thing in the Model S as well. This is what it looks like in the rear. Unlike the Model 3, you get a key fob in which you can use to control almost everything in the car. So you can press on the rear side of the key fob and the rear trunk is going to open. So just like the 2021 Tesla Model 3 or the Model Ys, it has a power lift gate at the rear, and it is kind of like a semi hatchback. So there's a lot of space in the trunk. There's like side pockets. There's a deeper frunk that I won't really get into because there was stuff. It looked like there was stuff in there, and it was a loaner car and I didn't want to mess with it. But it looks like it has a deeper frunk in it as well. In summary, I would say basically the Model S has a larger storage, so you can store more stuff compared to the Model 3. And also you can just press this button to close, or basically use the key fob to double press on the rear of the key fob and it'll close automatically. Technically, you don't need to use the key fob at all. You can just store it in your pocket, and as you walk towards the Tesla, it has self-presenting door handles, so as you walk towards the car, it'll unlock and open up automatically. So this is the first look on what the Tesla Model S interior looks like. Unlike the Tesla Model X, the Tesla Model S does not have self-presenting doors. So even when I press the brake, it's not automatic. It doesn't have automatic doors, so you'll have to close it manually. The first thing I checked out was the center screen, and it looked like it was MCU 1 instead of MCU 2 that's in my Tesla, so it was super laggy. It also doesn't have Netflix, YouTube, or any other streaming services, so that's something that you can account for when you buy a used Tesla Model S with the MCU 1 computer. Compared to the Model 3, the 4-way hazard lights are not at the top. It's actually on the left side of the center screen, and all your driving metrics are up here just like a gas car. Almost all Teslas come with panoramic sunroof or a moonroof, except this one. This has a sunroof that you can play around with. You can vent it, or if you want, you can open the whole thing. You can also play around on what percentage you want the sunroof to be open. So if you're the type of person who likes to have a sunroof in their car, a Tesla Model S would be the right fit, considering the Tesla Model X has kind of a spaceship view, and the Model 3 and the Model Y has a panoramic roof that can be opened. You can also play around with the suspension of the car and how high or low you want to ride. This should be set to standard or low if you're the type of person who likes to accelerate fast. Similarly, if I need more ground clearance, I can raise the suspension up, and you can see that the car is being raised higher. I'll give you guys a little peek of what the controls and the settings look like. On the driving subcategory, it pretty much looks the same, except it has two extra driving modes. So there's Ludicrous and Ludicrous Plus. When you hit Ludicrous Plus, this message is gonna pop up asking if you want to use max battery power. And I'll click this on just because we'll be driving and seeing how fast this Tesla goes at the end of this video. There's also this range mode that my Tesla doesn't have, so maybe when we press into range mode, the Tesla just goes into kind of like a battery power saver mode. It'll drive efficiently and economically and use the least amount of battery to drive the farthest distance. Everything else looked quite similar, except my Tesla does not have a heated steering wheel, so it had that button over there, and the rest were the same like mine. Here's what the rear passenger seats look like. It's pretty spacious. I'd say it's just a little bit more spacious than the Model 3, but not so much. And there's obviously the vents that are in the back, and everything else is the same except this light, which is on the side. My first thought when I got into the Model S was how cramped up I felt compared to the Model 3 that I have. Starting from the get-go, I wasn't really a big fan of the vertical screen and also the heads-up display that's behind the steering wheel compared to the Model 3 where it's just on the side. I didn't really like anything on the Model S until... Oh my god. So how do you use launch mode? You press down on the brake and then you press on the accelerator. It'll say launch mode is enabled, and you just let go of the brake and it'll go. Yep. 0 to 60 faster than I can finish this sentence. I mean, it's fast. Even when it's going 70, it's a little bit snowy today, so the traction isn't as good, but it'll still go. You can see that it's still smart enough to merge in, even when my indicator was indicating right. This car runs on autopilot 1 with the front and back cameras, so it's not as good as the autopilot that's in my Model 3, but it still gets the job done. It seems that the car had enhanced autopilot, so it could do lane changes automatically as well. I can now understand how some people does not trust autopilot at all, so if I had autopilot 1, I would not trust Tesla to drive me around as well, because it's not as stable as the autopilot that's in the newer autopilot that's in the newer Teslas. My Tesla does very well whenever it loses lane lines, but you can see here that the Tesla completely panicked and wanted my attention and wanted me to take over as soon as it lost lane lines. After driving the Tesla Model S for a while, if I had $50,000 to either go and buy a Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus, or I could buy this 2017 P90D, I would definitely choose my 2020 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. As much as I love the fast Ludicrous Plus 0 to 60, that is literally the one thing that I loved about the car. I'm in love with the minimalistic interior on the Tesla Model 3 and the Tesla Model Y, so I wasn't a big fan of the Tesla Model S interior. I also like my autopilot 2 and the capability to upgrade to full self-driving whenever I want. I use the entertainment features on my Model 3 like playing YouTube and Netflix a lot just because I supercharge all the time, and I wouldn't really get that on the Model S. Even if this Tesla had the MCU2 computer and could play Netflix and YouTube, it would still not be as great as the Model 3 and the Model Y, just because it's vertical, and it would not really look as good as it does on the Model 3 and the Model Y, where the screen is horizontal. So I really didn't want to lose all these things that I talked about for faster acceleration. But if you have a little bit room in your budget to get a pricier Tesla, I would definitely recommend getting the dual motor Tesla Model 3 or the Tesla Model Y, especially if you live in a snowy region like me. This is how much traction and how fast a dual motor all-wheel drive Tesla can accelerate on top of snow and a lot of ice. Compared to the rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3, the dual motor all-wheel drive Tesla performs exceptionally well, especially in the winter. So I would recommend getting that when thinking of buying your brand new Tesla. All of this is just my personal opinion and my personal preferences of what I like in a car, but you might be different, so watch the video and decide for yourself which Tesla that you want to start off with. And no matter which Tesla you decide to get, use my Tesla referral code down in the description to get free supercharging. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys learned something new and got something out of this video. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also hit that bell notification button to get notified when I upload a new video. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.